What's poppin', y'all? Some people are so out of touch that you just can't even believe that they're living on the same planet. Because Ben the Don, a close friend of Drake's, a comedian, all content creator, also a streamer, would reveal that a friend of his made a very odd request in the middle of the night.
Why somebody called me early this morning talking about Ben, what you doing? I said, I'm sleeping. Oh, you know what? You know what I want? I said, what? She said, I want to meet Drake. I hung that phone up so quick. Why is your little calling me talking about you want to meet Drake while I'm sleeping?
First off, just the way that he narrated this is hilarious, because I genuinely believe that she said, oh, you know what I want? Like, you just called this man and you're requesting, like, you're asking him if he wants to know what you want, as if he's just gonna give you whatever you want. And for her to ask that, that means she's used to getting whatever she wants when she does this. And what she wants is to meet Drake. So justifiably so, people were deep frying her in the replies when this got clipped. A bunch of people who are like, yo, is this chick out of her mind? Now, if you're not familiar with Samaya, she is a live streamer, barely, if you want to call her that. She streamed 6 hours in the past 7 days. Her streams consisted of a 30-minute get ready with, her streams have been get ready with me. 30 minutes, an hour, another hour. She's not really a streamer, but she also claims to be a musician. But she would respond to all of this backlash that she was getting from people.
Then y'all all mad at me because Ben said I called him asking if I could meet Drake. Bro. Y'all acting like it's not Drake. What the f? Then my bad for trying to use my platform wisely. Like, oh my gosh, like...
So she really just tried to shrug it off. Like, oh yeah, my bad for using my network. And funny enough, some guy that this girl had back and forth with for quite a while because he called her an escort, Academics, would reply.
What's this? Samaya?
Asking if I could meet Drake. Bro.
Yo, Samaya, how many you trying to man? Like, come on, bro. Cut it out, gang. What's up, bro? How many you trying to man? Like, yo, come on, man. No, I'm playing. I ain't trying. But come on. Yo, bro, like, yo, I know right now, London on the track making the hardest beat, that beating up the MPC. Like, you want Drake now too? Like, yo, this is crazy. Yo, bro, like, what you, yo.
Now, this is really funny because there's history that goes back between Academics and Samai, which is him alleging that she was an escort within the rap industry because she just happens to be with everybody. You know how he mentions London on the track here? Well, just about 1 month ago on March 10th, he would react to a clip of her hanging out with London on the track, quote unquote, producing.
That look right there is for his assistant to book the jet for the holiday. He ain't trying to get no song going. Still on a vacation. I don't know every word, man. Stop it. You don't work with Drake. You don't work with Hov. Look at this, man. They acting like she fire. Like, yo, like this, bro, I want to leave. Bro, you better not leave your sister, your mama, your cousin. Look at this. A like this, bad work. Bad work. He's gassing too much. Bad work. Look at this nigga. Brother, I got to pull up this nigga like accolades, like... Look at his plaques, gang. Like, this got all... Yo, let's go to his, like, discography. When you got a that produce these type of tracks, gassing some mid up, it's over. Bruv, you did Take Care Lifestyle, About the Money and Hookah. Check, Sneaking, Rolling Peace. You did No Stylist. You did Swerving. You did Die Young. You did My Type. You did Tap, Tap, Tap with Meek and Nav. Bruv, what you mean? You did Positions to Ariana Grande. Yo, bro, stop it, bro. Yo, when a going like this, bro, you ain't got no chance, bro. You know what he whispering in her ear? Nah, this hotter than that #1 song I had with Ariana Grande. He's getting straight up. Like, what do you expect? What do you expect? Look, let's keep scrolling down.
Did you catch that? The part where he says, yo, this guy done work with Drake. Did you catch that part? because London on the Track, he would take her on a vacation to some island where she was taking a bunch of photos. They would be hanging out. He would be producing for her. She claims that she makes music. She's only appeared on her friend's song before. But do you know who she was with before London on the Track? She was with Trippie Redd. And Trippie Redd and his homies, they took her on a private jet and she was on another vacation. And the earliest that I ever remember this girl was when she was approached by one of Floyd Mayweather's security guards because Floyd Mayweather was interested in her. This just happened randomly on stream by a stroke of luck. She was just streaming IRL. She was like, oh, that's Floyd. And she just kept walking. And at this point in time, she was dating none other than, there isn't a none other than, No Cap. Now, recognize the names that I just mentioned to you guys. She tried to meet Drake through her friend Ben Dedon, yet she was just with London on the Track. Academics was talking about, yo, you trying to, like, London, you were producing for Drake. And then before London on the Track, she was with Trippie Redd. And before Trippie Redd, she was with No Cap. And probably before No Cap, she was with somebody else. They said Academics allegedly claims that she's been with other rappers too that we just don't know about. But do you see how I just named a descending order that's been happening in terms of clout and level of success, if you want to call it that? And funny enough, if you look back, I was looking back and I don't know if this is accurate or not, or if this was fake, but I don't know why this person would just post something outright fake like this. But this was back in February 24th. And this page posted that fans noticed Drake just followed Samaya on IG. And this was Drake's alleged following. I don't know if this is the case because I looked it up today. As of today, he is not following her. That's as of today. And this is very important. Now, this page, it's posted about Samaya and a bunch of other people. And from what I've gathered, it doesn't really just post outright fake stuff. So the fact that this was posted, it does post like a lot of goon content. So I had to, get out of there as soon as possible. But what I tweeted in reply to her reply to Ben the Don of like, oh, that's no big deal. I just asked my friend out because I want to meet Drake. I said, the entitlement is just insane. It's damn near unfathomable. What has she ever done for Ben the Don to hit up Drake, who gets asked for favors morning to night, every single day of the year, likely for the past at least if we're being generous, 12 years, if not 15 years. He's probably been getting asked for favors since he was hanging out with Lil Wayne to meet his, quote, friend. One of the reasons Drake keeps Ben the Don around is likely because he doesn't ask for anything. And this is exactly how you don't use your platform wisely, because she's saying, I'm using it wisely. No, you're using it narrow-mindedly, because now everybody thinks you're cool with them to get access to someone they know. Because Ben the Don is cool with this chick. He's done streams with this chick. Ben the Don's a guy that has a lot of homegirls that are clouded, lit girls. Like, he's cool with Ari. He's cool with all of these lit chicks. And it's not because he's like trying to crack them or anything like that. And he's talked about this too. He's like, yo, just having lit homegirls is good for him because, they'll have friends that he might be interested in. And it doesn't sour their business relationship and collaboration opportunities because he's not trying to get with any of them. So it's likely that this girl Samaya was one of those like homegirls. But right now, are you really his homegirl? Like, yeah, he'll get benefit. They've done content together and stuff like that. But you're asking him to meet Drake? Has she thought through her head? Like, what is he supposed to say? And what does you meeting Drake even mean? Number one, you're a live streamer. Drake follows live streams. Drake follows Ben the Don. So if you were lit, if you were doing something entertaining, if you were doing something interesting, Drake would have reached out to you. He would have hit your line. Or he would have watched your stream or something like that. You would have been able to be in direct contact with him if you were doing something worthy of being in contact with him for. Now, when it comes to music, yeah, this girl she's making music now. She was just with London on the track. Okay, you were just with London on the track. Where's the song? Oh, we didn't see any song. And if you were good at music, Drake would have reached out. Drake would have plucked you. You guys remember that girl that was in a relationship for 7 years and then Drake just flew her out? Well, we don't know what happened between them on a personal level or on a physical level, but he did sign her. That girl does produce music and she is good at making music. So if you were good at that, Drake would have reached out to you about that. So it's not the music. It's not streaming, because there's no way in hell Drake is going to stream with Samaya, or maybe she's delusional enough to believe that. So at that point, what is it? Like, you just want a fan picture? What the hell? And you want him to go out of his way. Like, what have you done for Bendadon for him to go out of his way to connect you to Drake, one of the most famous people on earth? And this is why this girl is not going to last long in the industry. And it doesn't help the rumors that she's just trying to open her legs all the way up the industry as a ladder way up, because she's only streamed less the more famous people she's been around. And she was just with London on the track. So you were just with the top producer and now you're trying to go for the top rapper. And this is another thing. If he was really interested in you, in that physical sense, if you want to call it that, he would have reached out as well. So there's no reason for Drake to be around her, to want her around him. But she's like, yeah, I want to hang out with Drake. I know somebody that knows Drake. Maybe he'll introduce me. Let me just call him and be like, hey, you know what I want? No, like, yo, I could do this for you, which you can't really do anything. In that scenario, you just have to let it happen organically. It either happens or it doesn't happen. And if it doesn't happen, work harder. Make it happen. That's how you get noticed. Just be nice at what you do. Like, she's gone viral a bunch of times. People know her name. Well, do they know it for the right reasons? I don't know. But she's talking about her and her mom talking about suing academics for, calling her an escort for defamation or whatever the hell they want to call it. But how else are you moving right now? What would you guys describe this as? Me personally, I would describe this as entitled, selfish, self-centered, and somebody that doesn't want to work for what they want. That's why she won't last long. She's 20 years old right now. So right now, she's like the hot it girl. She's not even an it girl. Like, Ruby Rose was an it girl. This girl is just the hot commodity, I guess, the flavor of the month. Let's call her that. The flavor of the month. By the time she gets to even a 24, 25, and it's not because of her appearance. It's because the people that wanted to get with her got with her, and the people that don't want to get with her don't get with her, and she has nothing else to offer. And this is why when it comes to people like girls that you've seen in the game for a very long time, they're either really cool people or they have some sort of value that they provide to other people. They reciprocate to a degree. Like, for instance, Amber Rose, she's maintained a lot of relationships. And from what I've heard, just from third parties, is like Amber Rose she's a cool woman. Like, she's chill. Like, even though we do think she's a little bit nutty, right? Like, she's got a tattoo on her forehead. She was always bald, which is really interesting look, to say the least. But everybody that's ever been around Amber Rose is like, yeah, man, she's really cool people. And she's maintained a lot of her relationships with people outside of the ones that she's just engaged with on an intimate level for a long time. Other chicks, they just get cycled through because they're behaving like Samaya. So I can't even say I hope a Samaya gets her brain together, but when people talk about, smashing running your way up the corporate ladder, that's what it seems like she's trying to do in the entertainment circuit. But where does that even take you? Because what has she benefited right now other than trips, vacations, maybe like a couple of bags and getting her nails done? But none of that has any longevity, like actually being respected for something that you produce does. But hey, who am I to get? She hasn't even gotten pregnant to be able to guarantee something out of one of these guys. But yeah, this is just something that I hate people that just feel like they deserve like access to your network, especially if it's somebody that is very successful and very well sought after. Bendadon probably doesn't even feel like he should hit up Drake to hang out randomly. And that's his mans, and he knows they're cool. He's like, Drake's probably busy. I won't hit him about this. Stuff like that. But you are out here with the nerve to ask him that. Man. But yeah, let me know what y'all think in the comments. Like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell if you enjoyed. Let me know, actually, the comment of the day, or the topic to comment about of the day. What do you think Samaya wanted to do with Drake? Did she just want to take a flick? Because if that was the case, she could have just hit up Ben and said, oh, there's a performance. Like, let's go to that. Because Drake's probably going to go on tour. Live Nation, they've got him working, like he said in those texts. There's going to be a tour upcoming at some point, or some performance. And that would have been an understandable thing. Like, hey, Ben, can I come with you? You're a girl. He's going to bring girls. Drake wants girls around when he's performing and doing shows and after parties. That makes sense. Okay, you get your flick there. So I don't think it was a picture. What else was it? I think her showing him music is even more embarrassing because you don't even make music. Oh, yeah, that's the question. What do you think she had in mind?